everybody, it's me, Nina. I am crocheting my great niece a baby blanket. She'll be born in November. First time I've ever done this type of a baby blanket. Let me put that back in there so I don't pull that apart. It looks the same on each side. And I got this pattern, actually a video that I followed along until I got the pattern down. It is from Day, and I'll try to remember to put the link in case anyone out there likes to crochet. You can go check out her pattern. It doesn't have to be for a baby blanket. It could be for, just a regular blanket. But I was looking for a baby blanket that didn't have a lot of room between the stitches, so that if the mom, which is my great niece Sarah, when the baby's born, if she wants to use this as like an everyday blanket for the little baby girl that's going to be here, or if, to maybe cover the baby up, taking her outside. I wanted something that was going to be more airtight. There's a lot of beautiful baby blankets. And Day, Crystal, she has lots of different videos showing how to make shawls, all kinds of stuff. She's very talented. And she shares them free on, see, I'm not good at reading crochet patterns. I didn't learn by reading a crochet pattern. I just do better by watching or looking at a video. And yeah, I don't do good by reading them. I don't know why, but they confuse me. Now, if someone would tell me to do certain stitches, I know the stitches, like the single and double and triple. I know those different types of things. But as far as the easiest for me to do is to watch a video. So anyway, I started this. It's a little bit difficult for me. As you can see, because there's no holes and stuff in it, you're using a lot more yarn and therefore a lot more stitches, and I have arthritis, all over, but in my wrist. But you know what? I'm not complaining because God has given me the ability to do this for the new baby coming up. And I've seen people. There's a lady called Llama Mama Kayla, and Kayla has I can't think of what it's called, but she only has a thumb, I think it is, on her right hand. She doesn't have any of the fingers. And then I think on her left hand, she only has 3. I don't remember how it is. I think it's like that. But anyway, she can still crochet, and she's a blessing to me to watch, for the fact of, there's so many things that we can all complain about, but to still make things for people and enjoy a craft that you can do. We went to the fair, our local fair this year. Hadn't been for years, and it was kind of nice. It wasn't as big as it used to be in the past. I guess people still haven't gotten out to, as far as putting their crochet works, needlework, knitting, and stuff like that. And for the contest to, get graded by judges and actually win, little blue ribbons or whatever. If you're lucky, you win a blue, right? But anyway, we were walking through the hall and they had them all laid out. And I thought, I've never done that. I have never taken anything that I have made and put it into the fair or any type of competition, I guess you could say. I did some when I was into photography, and I won some ribbons doing that. I love doing photography. It got to be where it wore me out because I did just one wedding, and that was a lot of work. I chose not to do weddings anymore. The couple was happy, with the pictures and stuff, but it was just a lot of work for me. So I enjoyed doing like senior pictures and stuff like that, but it it also was a lot of work. A lot of the kids, especially girls, like to change their clothes 2 or 3 times, and so you're there quite a long time, waiting on them to get dressed and maybe fixing their hair different or makeup different for the outfit, um, and then taking pictures. And I enjoyed it, but it was very, very, it wore me out, I think, because of my health. Um, so I guess I do have a creative desire to do things, maybe to share with people, or maybe it's a way of leaving a little bit of me in this world when it's my time to go. And I'm not really, really sure why I enjoy it the way I do, but so anyway, I just thought that I would just chit chat a little bit, and I'm sitting out by the window here, um, laid back in my chair, as you guys can tell. But I know that a couple people said that they would like to watch me crochet as I talked. So I'm going to scoop this up a little bit. It's a little bit crooked because I've got it on just a tiny little. It's the same tripod that I've had, and it's skinnier than my finger, so it's a little wobbly. But let me put this down so you can kind of watch my hands. Is that pretty good? All right, this stitch is actually called Rocky Road, and I say a prayer for the children, babies, whoever I am making the working the project for. I always say a prayer for them. Many times, different things that come to mind for the Lord to bless them, and let this be a blessing to them, keep them warm, and just whatever God puts on my mind. That's what I pray for the child. I never knew how to do baby blankets, so I never did them before. And other than just making like a single stitch blanket for a child, I've done many of those and made different blankets for children. But this one is actually the first baby blanket that I have ever made. I hope I can get it finished pretty soon. It's a really easy stitch, and I'm not sure how I can do this. If you can see it. All right, let's try it like this. See if you can see what I'm doing. See, it's got like little scalloped shells here, and all I'm doing is going into this first hole here with a single, and then the hole right beside it, right here, with another single. And then we're going to do 2 slip stitches, and then in that second hole that I used right there, we're going to go in there, with 2 doubles. So that's 1, and that's 2. And what that does, I think I got this string, yeah, there we go. What that does is that creates, when I pull this over to the next one, and I kind of tighten that up, it creates these little, almost like a pocket. See there? So if you would like to, go over and watch Crystal on Bago Day. And she's excellent about telling you, what kind of yarn, what size of needle that you're going to use. Now, I got, of course, the yarn for baby colors, but this needle is a 5.5. Also, it's a Susan Bates, and I think it was the only 5.5 I have. I have another one that is a 5, and to me, it's a lot easier to use because it has the stuff on the handle so that it's ergonomic, or however you say that word, so that it helps if you have like arthritis. So yeah, it's all repeat. So you just keep repeating on every single line that you do. So as I was telling you, as we were at the fair, um, it was been a very long time, like I said, since we had been to one. So I had wanted one of those Indian bread. I don't know if you guys have ever had those, but it's like a flatbread and with the meat and lettuce, and it's got jalapenos on it, but it's not, they're not real hot. Anyway, I love that. And then Steve got, I think he got the sausage sandwich with onions and stuff. So we ate our dinner there at the fair, and then we shared a elephant ear. The ones that are the great big ones with the cinnamon and sugar on them. It was really good. Of course, prices, since we had been there the last time, have went really high, but we expected it before we left. So that one's really loose there, but it should tighten up. Well, not really. If you don't like something, take it apart and try it again. Found out that my grandsons showed ducks this year. And last year, I guess they showed chickens. And we didn't go last year, but this year I was able to see their ducks. They were in cages, and the only reason I knew that it was theirs is their names were on them. I'm not sure. I think one of them got fourth place, and the oldest one, I believe, got fifth place. And last year, when they had the chickens, it was completely reversed. So I guess they're enjoying doing that, and I think it's really good for them. To get out in public and learn how to talk to judges and to show your animal. Yeah, I'm proud of them. Yeah, so it's really cool that they're doing that. So I was telling Steve, I said, I might actually put some crochet items in if I keep, being well enough to work on something. I could put hats or scarves, blankets, pot holders. I've, made several of different things like that. And I said, I think I might do that next year. Just to see. They even had canned foods, like home canned green beans and stuff like that. I don't know why I don't remember seeing that stuff, but I'm sure they've had it for years. But just to let you guys know, I am not going to be canning anymore. I told Steve when I was having some more, issues with my heart, and then, he had to have that surgery on his hernia, and I told him, I said that all that work it's just too much. And yeah, I'm only 59, and I would have lots of time ahead of me, hopefully. But when your health is not great, it's really hard to do that work. So I sold my jars, the ones that wasn't still being, used, and my canners to a younger lady that is starting a business of teaching people how to process and can food, which is what I always wanted to do and could never do it. So I was tickled to death that she was the one that purchased everything. And she was very, very sweet. So I was so glad it went to her. Um, you got to know when enough is enough for you, when you're pushing yourself too much and it's making your health issues worse. Yeah, it was time for me to just leave it to somebody else. I think this year, without having a garden, last year, we had two, and this year we didn't because of Steve having surgery. And I told him it's been nice not having the extra work. It's a good thing that I didn't have all that to do because, after his surgery, kept me busy. Even just taking care of the chickens. I always knew that he did a lot of things around the house. But when all of it came for me to do, plus my my jobs that I normally do, oh boy, I was wore out. So I'm glad that he is back to doing not everything, but a lot of the things that he was doing before. Okay, we got one more of them. Wanted to also tell you, Ziva's been doing really well. The only thing is, the last 2 or 3 days, we have had rain. It's so hard to potty train a puppy when it's raining. Just about constantly. I took her out. Well, Steve took her out when he got up. He gets up before me. And, of course, I don't go to bed till late. So we just take turns, taking her out, and can't do that in the rain. Well, we did when it was sprinkling, but as when downpouring, you can't. And so we've been using the puppy pads, but sometimes she gets confused between a puppy pad and my rug here in the living room. So we have some of that Odoban, and we'll scrub up the rug with that. And it's supposed to, deodorize and take that urine smell and stuff away. And so far, it seems like it's really doing a good job. But she's a good pup. I did read that it's good to let them stay in their kennels, their little, crate, for like an hour at a time, couple times throughout the day, because they get tired. They get tired just like a little baby does. And at first we didn't like to do that because we didn't do it with Willow. And I told Steve, I said, well, honey, when you have a baby, you got to lay him down to take a nap. And she's a baby and she needs a nap. Um, he was like, yeah, that's true. And so we've been doing it. Like, that's where she's at right now. She's taking her nap and she doesn't mind the camera the way that Willow hated me to get on the camera. Ziva doesn't mind the camera, or me talking, I guess I should say. But she's a sweetie. So thankful for her. Today I had a long string and I was pulling it around and she was hopping like a bunny rabbit trying to get onto that string. If I can get her on video, I'll put a little video of that because it was adorable. I told her, I said, you're not a bunny rabbit, you're a doggy. It was just so cute. Can't help. She just makes me laugh, and I needed that in my life. Precious. Okay, see, it works up pretty fast, doesn't it? Oh, and if you see the gate, let's see, where is it? Right there. We had that up to keep we have that up so that Ziva doesn't get out there in the laundry room. She likes to pull things around and, play because she's a puppy. And Steve said, you know what's funny? We had to keep that up to put Willow out there. Like when we got company and stuff, Willow would, jump on people and bark, and she didn't like, little kids hardly. And well, she did the grandchildren when they used to come over, but she didn't, you know, like other little kids very much. And, but so far, we are wanting to train Ziva to do well with children and company. And so I noticed the last couple of times that my mom and her husband Chummy have come up, Ziva has not, ran to them to like jump on them or to be excited. And, she'll just go over and usually like lay down at their feet. And then she'll let them pet her and stuff, but it's not like crazy. Now I had that little short video, if you guys seen it, of her barking when Steve was teaching her how to bark. She's only actually barked one time on her own, and that was she was trying to get Steve's attention. And it's just still that little tiny puppy bark. I hope she's not a big barker, because Willow was a big barker. And the mailman, drove Willow crazy. So I'm really, really working hard on training Ziva. I guess more social skills. And also, Willow would get car sick, and we couldn't take her hardly anywhere because she would get sick and throw up. But Ziva has not so far. So I was really praying that she would be a puppy that we could take with us because, we like to go for rides and all that stuff. So, alrighty, I think I'm going to put this up for a little bit and get me something to drink. And I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you. And I don't know if you guys enjoy these or not, but some people have asked me to do them. And so I hope that you guys all enjoy this and just get a little chit chat with me. And I hear little Ziva over there rustling around. So I'm going to go get her out of her kennel. And I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye. Do you want to come out and play? Or are you still tired? She likes to have Mommy's sweater in there. Do you want to play? Mommy's got the string. I don't let her play with this by herself because, of course, I don't want her to get it around her neck and strangle her.